live. We're live.
TV.
Welcome everybody to the fourth episode of the podcast. CIrcuitKeepers.
Welcome.
We're down another host. Molecule is not with us tonight. She's on vacation or something. I don't know. Do you remember? It's something like that, right, Fiddler?
I heard she was doing something with a garden, and then
It's a fair guess.
I failed to catch the rest.
It's a fair guess.
Yeah,
Chances are there's a garden involved somewhere, at least.
Yeah. Probably for the better.
And I know that the splash screen said we had a co-host, a guest host, but we don't. That was a lie. We don't have a guest host this week. We almost did, but they canceled on us, and we couldn't find a replacement. So it's just me and Fiddler. I'm Case.
I'm Fiddler.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's put you back, because last week you were gone, and we had to bring in Shane, who was a guest host last week. And I'm sure you listened to the podcast. Of course you did.
I really liked the third episode.
What was your favorite part? What was your favorite part?
I would say, towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Really that really set off a good tone.
All right, well that's a good answer. That happens to be my favorite part as well. So you skated by that one.
Yeah, it's obvious. If you haven't listened to it, you'll enjoy it right from the beginning.
Thank you. That's all right. Well, we got a big show today, I think, right? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We have to get through.
Tons.
Let's talk about news. Tell us about the new app, right? You've been trying this app out, right? The Bing app, basically. Hey, tell us about that.
the Bing app?
Yeah, is that what it is? No, what is it? It's some GPT app, right?
Oh yeah, I did. It's called the Ask AI app.
Oh, nice. All right. So
it looks just like Chat GPT. Maybe it's the same thing.
It probably is. It's probably just an API, opening an API to it.
You know, the funny thing is I come across a dilemma, and I went to Chat GPT to start addressing the dilemma.
Would you like to fill me and the listeners in on what this dilemma might be?
Yeah.
Is that something you're going to do, or are you going to talk about it all very generic?
Well, I mean, this is going to be news to the listeners. I'm a proud renter.
Yeah, that's right.
It was coming around that time of the year that the lease was ending,
right?
And it's time to come up with a new, amount.
Right.
Typically, the rents don't go down.
That's true, unless there's some really major thing happening in your neighborhood.
Yeah. Typically, exactly. Unless the neighborhood's going to shit, rents are not going down. So
you used to live above a strip club. I remember years ago.
Yeah.
Did your rent ever go down because of that, or did that affect anything?
No, the rent always even went up in that building.
Even with that, yeah. Well,
right above the strip club.
I mean,
So I asked ChatGPT to write a letter back to my landlord.
Nice.
Asking for a smaller rent increase than what he proposed.
So he proposed, I'm just going to throw a number out there, like $1,000 increase. You said no, make it $500 or something like that, along those lines.
And that's a good example, because I used basically, I took what ChatGPT put together as like a blueprint.
Okay.
And
right.
I had also asked like another version for a better answer. I asked if ChatGPT can list some specific examples of why they would like a smaller rent.
Right.
I didn't end up using those ideas, but it was good just to get the format.
What were some examples?
Some examples of let me go right to
the water broke, or the water main broke, or something like that. Like there's some cockroaches. You are in New York City, so there could be cockroaches.
These I didn't say specifically for New York City, but this was the answer for some of the reasons why. It starts with, for instance, I recently had to pay for some unexpected medical expenses.
So it's just like appealing to the person rather than
which put a strain on my finances. Additionally, I've been struggling with the decrease in my work hours, which has affected my overall income. As a result, I've tried to cut back on my spending and prioritize my expenses accordingly.
Also, my wife is spending a lot more money on stuff. There's 10 different reasons why you just can't pay this month.
But I ended up I wasn't going to use any reasons like that.
Yeah, right. Of course not. Yeah.
But I had some. There were some other reasons that I did have, and I kind of filled in with that template.
You're burgeoning crack addiction, for example. It's getting more crack's getting more expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Crack addiction. Yeah.
Of course, you don't have a crack addiction, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
not crack.
Look at my hair.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, it's not getting into the details. Personal appearance. Anyway, yeah. So did it work?
The funny thing is, I waited unfortunately, I waited 3 months or 3 weeks to respond to the initial email.
It's a mistake.
And he wrote back, yeah, okay, he just wrote back, and he's like, yeah, okay, let's just meet in the middle.
Well, it's great. So it worked.
Yeah.
ChatGPT got you a lower rent.
He didn't push back at all.
Wow.
I don't think he was particularly happy with the
proposal. Why would he be? Why would anyone want to get charged less?
But he seemed to be okay with it. So.
But is he the person you're dealing with? Is he like the owner of the building? He's not, right? He's just like an intermediary for the corporation or whatever, probably, right? I mean.
No, they own the apartments, individuals.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
So I'm just renting from individual.
I see. Okay, I got you. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, by the way, that was the only time we ever had. We lived there about 10 years. That's the only time we had ever asked for a decrease in the proposed rent.
Right.
Ever.
Now, was that because it was just wildly more money than usual increase, or was it?
It was, yeah, it was a lot more. I think the comparable prices are in that range.
Yeah. Right.
But it's. I think, in my opinion, we would be paying, since he agreed, we're probably paying like $300 a month under market.
Okay, nice. So that's
it's
good news.
It's good.
But it's also the golden cage, right? Where it just makes it harder for you to go somewhere else now. Makes it harder if you go to to rent a new place, to move.
Yeah.
Because the more you do that, the less it is. The more expensive it's going to be to go somewhere else. The harder, so you're just not going to do it. So you start making excuses, and even if you want to move, you don't.
Yeah. But no, this place is good.
Yeah, it is. I've been there. I visited.
Yeah. And
I've been over there many times.
Anyway, ChatGPT.
Yeah. So the other thing that you were supposed to do with it was you had originally used it to coerce somebody in your business in the company you work for to come to New York City. Yeah. Right, and you had got them reasons to come. That was like 2 episodes ago. You were out last week.
Yeah, I have not heard back.
You have not heard back, so you don't know if that worked or not. Yeah, we don't. No closure on that yet. It's been 2 weeks.
But I will say, without having any, I think ChatGPT it triggers different things that you would come up with, but it might take you a while.
Exactly. And a lot of them, I know I used it to write the posts for this podcast. I said, hey, I wrote a post. And it put some stuff in there that I was like, no, I'm not using that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned our Discord server, which we don't have, so I just got rid of that. So I mean, it does, you probably only use maybe 40%. Right? But you could also tell it to just go crazy and come up with 10 more crazy things, and it'll just, put ridiculous things there. And then if you can get 10% of it's good, I mean, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
so what do you like? What do you like better of the ones? Bing, ChatGPT.
Well, I like the ChatGPT, the OpenAI ChatGPT, but it's not connected to the internet, so it's only from 2021. It has no data past 2021, so you can't ask it about news or anything like that.
Oh.
But Bing is more restrictive. Bing won't even write a script. Bing won't write lyrics to copyrighted songs.
Oh, really?
Bing is just way over protective now about copyright and shit like that. It's just dumb. It's not like people are using this to make money. You know what I mean? It's kind of silly what they're worried about that for some reason. So if you write more lyrics to Happy Birthday, it won't do it. Shit like that. It's just which is silly.
Oh, really?
But if you want anything with news, you got to go through that because the ChatGPT OpenAI thing is not connected to the internet.
Got it.
So it's only trained on the data up till 2021. So it doesn't know anything about anything after that.
I see.
But Bing actually searches on the internet and finds information, which I think is really cool.
Oh wow! So those are the two main ones.
Yeah, there's a bunch more now that are like that kind of use the backbone of ChatGPT and the OpenAI to like kind of it uses the API there to query and get responses. So there's a lot, but that's the basic ones that they both use,
Yeah.
So I haven't used this My AI thing though, the app that you're talking about. So I don't know. I haven't used that yet. But I've heard you could actually like carry on conversations with it, right? That's what I've heard. Have you tried that? Like use it as a therapist?
No.
I've heard you can do that.
I don't think it wants to hear what I have to say.
I mean, I think it actually does, because I think it's learning as you interact with it. In that sense, I think it learns, and then it's going to be retrained on the data that it collects from people's interactions. Yeah. And I think some people are actually taking it very seriously. Like they're thinking as though, and it's ridiculous, of course, but they're thinking that it's like sentient and that it's actually like, it has a relationship with them, or friendship, or even I think it's by now I'm sure lovers. Like they think they're in love or whatever with it.
Yeah. But there's a movie that's out that's kind of like that.
It's Her, right? Talking about Her?
Megan.
Oh no, that's the little robot girl. Yeah, that's scary. Horror. Yeah. I mean, once they stick ChatGPT into even things like Alexa, which kind of sucks right now. When you ask Alexa something, it goes, "I don't understand that." But ChatGPT will be like, "Well, what do you mean? What do you mean by this?" Like, I'll actually be able to carry on a conversation with you.
Yeah, you could sit there fucking. Yeah, you have a relationship with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be insane. I mean, right now also there's very limited contextual memory, so it doesn't really the next day it's not gonna remember what we talked about yesterday. But once they add that in, which sounds kind of trivial.
Yeah.
Like, remember last week I was like, is this just like last week when you asked this? Like, it's gonna be insane. Like, it's gonna be really crazy.
It's gonna be like, do you have a better day of work today?
Yeah, how's so and so treating you today?
How's that fucker Tom doing?
Yeah, exactly. How's that person who messes up the land? Stuff like that.
It's good night. You're like, oh, whatever. I love you.
Yeah, exactly. That's be like, I love you too. It's gonna be like gritting his teeth. Yeah. I mean, that's insane. I guess I gotta say it. I love you too.
The guy goes to bed. He's like, "Oh, is she angry at me? Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, it starts fucking with him in the middle of the night. Plays a car alarm going off. He runs up to he thinks it's his car alarm, but it's not.
He's like, "Was I dreaming?" She's like, "Yes."
He brings a girl home and she gets jealous. She starts fucking with the girl when he brings home. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since ChatGPT told me that we have to talk about this nuclear fission thing, I want to talk about that. I guess they made this breakthrough where they have basically unlimited power. So I think that that's a real big thing right now, is that the power that is needed to run these AIs are just like insane. It's like worse than crypto.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I read something. I think it's exaggerated because I think it includes R&D costs, but I heard that it costs like $700,000 a day to run OpenAI ChatGPT a day. But I think that's including the research and development costs in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that they're saying because it costs $500 million or whatever to train it, a couple of years with a whole team of people.
People do like that, though.
I know, but the energy costs are through the roof, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like Musk said, I don't know. I mean, he's full of shit half the time, but he said you could tell where the data centers are because of the heat, left from the data centers. Is
that right?
Yeah, you can tell where the AI data centers are because it's just using that much electricity, which is crazy. Put it
in some of the cold places.
Heat
up those cities.
Antarctic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah.
OpenAI data centers in Antarctica.
All right. With that in mind, we have a game. We have a game segment here. Okay. So I asked I asked the GPT to create a game for us, and I asked it to choose who goes first, and you, Fiddler, go first. That was the dog.
I hope the dog's not angry if I go first.
Seems to care. All right, the first question is, hey. All right. How do you catch a unicorn? The answers are 1, you lure it with a rainbow. That's A, actually. B, you use a magic spell. C, you don't, unicorns are too fast. Or D, you ask it nicely. Fiddler, you go first. What is that? What is your...
I have the answer on the tip of my tongue.
A, B, C, or D is all you need to.
What was choice B?
Choice B is you use a magic spell.
A magic spell. I don't even know why I asked you to repeat that.
Exactly. It's so obvious. Again, how do you catch a unicorn? A, you lure it with a rainbow. B, you use a magic spell. C, you don't. Unicorns are just too fast. Or D, you ask it nicely to hand itself in, I guess. What is your answer?
I'm gonna go with C. You don't.
C.
Too fast.
Fiddler's answer is C. All right, let's see. Did you get it right? Do you think you got it right or no?
I think there's a 20% chance.
That is incorrect. Case, do you want to try to answer the question? I'll say A. You lure it with a rainbow. It's got to be the right answer, right? If C's wrong. Correct. No. Yeah, that is correct. Congratulations, Case. You get 1 point. The next question is for Case. Here it is. What is the sound of one hand clapping? A slap. B, a snap. C, silence. Or D, a Zen koan. I'm going to go with C, obviously. It's silence. Let's see if I got that right. What do you think? You got a chance to steal if I get it wrong.
What was the question? Yeah.
What is the sound of one hand clapping? Case's answer is C, silence. That is incorrect. Fiddler, do you want to try the question, to answer the question? What is the sound of one hand clapping? A slap, a snap, silence, or a Zen koan? Z-E-N-K-O-A-N. I have no idea what that is.
I'm going to go with the slap. A.
A. That's a good guess, I suppose, right? I mean, what are you slapping if you're only using your one hand? That is incorrect. The correct answer is D, a Zen koan. A Zen koan is a paradoxical question or statement that is used in Zen Buddhism to challenge one's logic and intuition.
Oh.
The sound of one hand clapping is a famous example of a Zen koan. Next question for Fiddler. What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? 1, frostbite. Get it? That's fine.
Yeah.
B, a snowpire. C, a vamp man. Or D, a cold-blooded killer. That sounds like a joke, but it's a very serious question. What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? What is your choice? Right now it's 1-0, I believe.
Can you reread the choices?
Yeah, I'll read the question too. What do you get when you cross a snowman and a vampire? A, frostbite. B, a snowpire. C, a vamp man. Or D, a cold-blooded killer.
I'm gonna go with D, a cold-blooded killer.
That's pretty good. I personally like snowpire, but I mean, I don't know that. That is incorrect. Case, do you want to try to answer the question? Yeah, I'm gonna go with snowpire. B, a snowpire. Why not? I mean, it is what do you call that? What is that word called? I forget. That is incorrect. Word? The correct answer is A, frostbite. Frostbite is a condition that occurs when the skin and underlying tissues freeze due to exposure to cold temperatures. It is also a pun on the word bite, which is what vampires do to their victims. Next question for you, Case. What do you call a fish that wears a bow tie? 1, sophisticated. B, fishty. C, a bowfish. Or D, fissionable. And I'm going to go with D, fissionable. like fashionable, but it's to do with fish because bow tie is pretty fashionable. Fissionable. Case's answer is D. Fissionable. That is incorrect. Fiddler, do you want to try to answer the question? What do you call a fish that wears a bow tie? Sophisticated, fishty, bowfish, or the wrong answer, fissionable?
Bowfish.
Bowfish. That is C. I think the answer is still 1-0. The score is still 1-0.
It is. Yeah.
That is incorrect. The answer is A. Sophisticated. Sophisticated is a portmanteau of the words so and sophisticated, which means having a lot of worldly knowledge and refinement. It is also a pun on the word fish. Next question for Fiddler. Here it is. What do you get when you mix alcohol and literature? Right up your alley. Part of this is yeah. Tequila Mockingbird. B. Gin and tonic. C. Rum and coke. D. Whiskey and water. That's a weird question. What do you get when you mix alcohol and literature? That's weird. A, B, C, or D? I think this is pretty much it for the questions too, because it's already at 19.
Say the answers again.
Tequila Mockingbird, gin and tonic, rum and coke, or whiskey and water? What do you get when you mix alcohol and literature?
Tequila Mockingbird. A.
Tequila Mockingbird. This is it. I think this is it. That is correct. Congratulations, Fiddler. You get 1 point. All right.
Oh, wow.
As far as we can go. All right, it's 1-1.
How did you, oh, that was a good game.
Exactly.
How did you get a thing to generate those questions?
I asked it to come up with a game. I didn't want trivia. I said just come up with questions that are not necessarily, like trivia, not necessarily real, not necessarily trivia. Just come up with questions, give us 4 choices, and we'll just, you know the right answer. We'll just pick. Basically, it's a 25% chance each time.
Oh, yeah.
There's no real answer, right?
But those were real answers. I mean, those are real questions.
All right, here's another one. This one's for me, right? I think this one's for me. What is the best way to communicate with a pineapple? A. Sing to it. B. Write it a letter. C. Use Morse code. Or D. Telepathy. I'm going to say telepathy, D. Why not, right? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really have ears. That is correct. You have a strong connection with the pineapple. Well done. All right, now it's your turn. What do you get when you cross a duck with a vampire? Oh, that's another vampire one. A quackula, a blood feather, a fantastic fowl, or drac duck? A duck and a vampire. A quackula, a blood feather, a fantastic fowl, or a drac duck?
I think it's a fantastic fowl.
All right, that is C.
Yeah.
And now it's what, 2-2? Or 2-1? That is incorrect.
2-1. 2-1.
That is incorrect. Do I want to steal the point? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably should give an answer. I'm going to say a quackula.
Oh, nice.
And then I think that's it for the game. We'll stop the game after this. That is correct. All right, it's tied.
No, it was 3-1 now.
I think you had 2 points, didn't you? You got 2 points, I think.
Okay.
All right. That was the game. That was pretty good, right?
That was a good game. Yeah.
That was decent.
Yeah. And you're saying that was done in Bing?
Yes, I did that in Bing. Yeah.
Could you do that in ChatGPT?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because the funny thing about Bing is it only gives you 20 responses.
Oh, really?
Because then it starts getting weird. If you ask it more than 20 questions, originally when I came out, you had unlimited questions. But what would happen once you stayed with it for a long enough period of time, things started to get really weird.
Oh, really?
And it would like hallucinate, and it would just get really strange. It would pull answers out of nowhere. It would like answer questions that it wasn't even asked.
That's weird.
Yeah. You know, it. So they limited it to 20, which is kind of sad. You know.
Oh, yeah.
20 responses, in other words. So.
Oh, wow.
So the trouble with this game is like it took me like 4 or 5 responses just to like get it to understand the context of the game and the scoring. And how, it's the two of us.
Yeah.
And I did it a few days ago, and it said, "Hey, just use this, and I'll remember it." But then when I tried that today, it had no memory of it. So it was full of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I write so that you'll do this exact thing in the future? And it was like, here, write this. But then when I wrote that, I was like, I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
Which is crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, now we have, you want to do the script? Want to get to the script?
Yes. Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
And we named this I asked ChatGPT what to name this last week, and it came up with Tripping with GPT.
Oh, very nice.
So that's the name. That is the name of the segment, where we go on a wild and wacky adventure in the script written by GPT. It also wrote that. So,
nice.
All right. So I asked it. I didn't read this. I asked it could come up with any genre I wanted to, and it came up with the genre of crime thriller. The title is The Heist. And I'll read the first thing. Fade in. Interior. Abandoned warehouse. Night. Fiddler, you're first. You're up.
A seasoned thief in his mid-30s is meticulously planning a heist. He looks up from his notebook and sees Case, a young and ambitious thief, entering the warehouse. Well. Look who decided to show up. Late as usual, I see.
Sorry, man. I got held up.
Whatever. Listen up. We're going to hit the central bank of the city. The vault is supposed to have millions in cash and jewels.
Awesome. How are we going to do it?
We're going to use a drill to get into the vault, but first we need to do some recon work. We'll go in, scope out the place. You ready?
Absolutely. The two thieves gear up and head out to Central Bank. Cut to interior Central Bank night. Fiddler and Case are dressed in all black and wearing masks, surveying the bank. They carefully watch the guards and staff, noting their movements and routines.
Okay, we're going to wait until the guards do their rounds and then make our move. I'll take care of the drill.
Okay.
Keep an eye out.
Okay. It says nods in agreement, but that's silly because this is an audio script.
Yeah.
Cut to interior Central Bank vault night. Fiddler and Case have successfully drilled their way into the vault. They are loading up duffel bags with cash and jewels. This is insane. We're going to be rich.
Keep your focus, kid. We're not out of here yet.
Cut to interior Central Bank night. The two thieves make their way through the bank, but they are caught by a guard. Oh, I didn't ask for another guard. All right, I'll do it. Freeze! You're under arrest! Fiddler and Case are surrounded by guards with guns drawn.
We could do this the easy way or the hard way. Give us a minute, and we'll surrender peacefully.
What are you going to do?
We're going to do the old switcheroo.
I'm confused. Cut to interior Central Bank night. You read this one. I'm tired of it.
Fiddler and Case are being led out in handcuffs. Suddenly, Fiddler trips and falls to the ground. The guards rush over to help him up. And in the confusion, Case slips away and disappears into the night.
Nice. Exterior abandoned warehouse night. Case bursts into the warehouse, out of breath and carrying the stolen loot. Fiddler is waiting for him.
Well done, kid. You pulled it off.
Thanks to your plan, we make a great team.
We sure do.
Fade out. Well, that was strange. How did you escape from the police?
Yeah, I don't know how I escaped. I know you slipped away.
Yeah. Last I heard, they were helping you up. That was the old switcheroo, I guess. I don't know.
The old switcheroo.
That was tripping with GPT.
Yeah.
And
this is just a script. We're not suggesting anyone to go rob him.
We're not actually robbing banks. Yeah, we gave it up a long time ago.
Yeah,
we gave it up a long time ago. We don't.
Well, I've never robbed any banks.
No, me neither. Obviously, yeah, me neither. Yeah, just a script. That was all fiction.
That was good.
Was it? It was a little weak. Yeah, it was a little weak. It could have been better. We've had better scripts in the past.
Yeah.
Like that one the three of us did with the planet and all that weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to continue that. We'll continue that one down the road.
Which one was this? Was this this is by Bing as well?
Yeah, this one's by Bing, yeah. No, this was by OpenAI.
OpenAI.
Bing will no longer write scripts, it seems like. I asked it to write a script,
Oh, really?
it said it couldn't.
Oh, wow.
Even though, like, what's weird is that it showed the script, and then, you know, like, I don't know if you've ever done it where, like, it shows it, but then, like, it just erased it all and it said, oh, I can't do that. But it was doing it.
Yeah.
It was actually doing it. I saw the script, and then it just erased it and said, oh, I can't do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is odd.
Dude, this is nuts what this can write. I mean,
I know it's actually like it's not a great script, but it's just amazing that it came up with it like in 5 seconds, you know, like put it together. And it's like, and of course, if I want, you know, if I read it over, I could have been like, expand this out, explain how Fiddler escaped. You know, we could have we could have really got it into shape. You know what I mean?
This makes what this makes me realize.
Writing is like nonsense.
How useless I really am.
Like even the best writers, it takes them months to write something good. ChatGPT throws this shit out in like literally like 30 seconds. It's insane. Yeah. Nobody can compete with that. And it's only the beginning. I mean, just think about what this is going to look like in 10 years. I mean, this is the very beginning of this right now. It's already amazing.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, I guess we're going to still need we'll still need fruits and vegetables, and you know, someone will need to raise cattle and
I guess so.
Murder them for hamburgers.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't. There's no. It's not impossible. It's not out of the realm of possibility for AI to potentially come up with something for us that could replace that. You know, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some formula that, like it's already finding proteins and stuff that we haven't thought of. You know, it's already doing like different drug, early in the process, but different drug sort of, fabrications that we hadn't, combination of drugs that we haven't thought of yet.
Oh, wow.
So like, I don't see it, I don't think it's impossible for it to come up with something that could end our dependence on certain animals or even just the foods in general, I don't know, it's not impossible. It's never going to come up with new medications, new physics stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
crazy. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And CIrcuitKeepers is there, ready for it. We welcome. We welcome the entity with open arms.
Yeah. Or we all get sucked into a black hole next week.
Yeah, I mean, who's left to mourn us?
Yeah, maybe there's thousands on another planet, just like the one we're on.
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just maybe a little less fucked up, or maybe more fucked up than we are.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
I mean, the only thing that could be really bad is if we made it too human.
Yeah.
If it becomes too human and they'll just fuck with this just for the fuck of it, like humans do with each other.
Yeah.
If we figure out a way to not make it too human, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
It can't do anything worse to us that we haven't done to each other over the thousands of years.
Right.
We've done some horrible shit to each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Whatever, bring it on. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If it wipes us off the face of the earth, I don't think the rest of the animals are not going to give a shit that we're gone. They'll probably be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there are strawberry farmers in other planets.
Maybe not exactly strawberries, but comparable tastes or whatever for their people that live there.
The strawberry seeds are on the outside.
That's a good point.
Isn't that a little odd?
Yeah, I guess. We need Molecule here for this. She would be able to really tackle this. Let's save that for the next pod, next week.
No.
Another thing, here's the other thing that I wanted to get to, that there's a couple of topics we wanted to get to, right? You talked about the app. Your gloves. Now you just bought a bunch of gloves, right? A lot of
them. Yeah. Yeah, well,
you decided you needed gloves, right?
I needed some rubber gloves, so I was all out.
For not any nefarious reason, obviously, right? Not so you don't leave your fingerprints, obviously.
No,
right?
definitely not. I mean, I prefer there be I prefer there be no fingerprints, but whatever. If there are, it's not a big deal.
And so, you thought to yourself, well, I need gloves. So you bought a rational number of gloves, right? How many gloves did you buy? It was like 3 or 4, right?
I went on Amazon.
Right.
In fairness, I went to a store and they did not have what I liked. So instead of looking at another store, I went right to Amazon.
Well, they had rubber gloves, but they didn't have the type of rubber gloves that you liked.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. I think.
At the time, I also wasn't quite sure of the size of my hand.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, if you don't know, who would know?
You seem to know.
Well, all I know is this: I spent some time in the restaurant industry.
Oh, I see.
And I know that they had medium gloves and they had large gloves there, and the medium gloves would not fit me. So.
Oh, I see.
So I knew comparing. I assumed you're a man.
Yes, good assumption.
Since you're a man, I assume that your hands would be at least as big as mine.
Yeah, but
and there was one girl in there that used the medium gloves, and they kept a whole box around just for her. But she had these tiny hands. She was a lesbian.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has any correlation.
Is there any correlation to that medium glove?
I don't know. It does.
I don't know if there's any scientific data on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of do tests in that with that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have to determine the lesbian first. And
doing the testing there is challenging. Yes.
One time I put the glove on and it was like, what's his name? It was like, the guy who killed that girl and the guy, the one who got away with it.
Freddie?
No, the one, the sports guy who got away with the murders. Like the glove
OJ?
didn't fit. Yeah, OJ. The glove didn't fit. You put the glove on, it was tiny, like barely covered his fingers.
OJ, he did well.
So I know he got in trouble for robbing his own memorabilia or some shit later. But anyway, he went to jail for a while for that. But yeah, so I knew that you were probably going to need the large gloves. Was I right about the large gloves?
That was spot on. My hands are large.
Right, so you went on Amazon and you're like, you're not a lesbian. So it just doesn't seem a weak correlation.
I'm not getting the medium.
Exactly. You went up to Amazon and you decided you would get like a rational number of gloves, obviously, maybe 5 or 10, right?
But when you get on there, it's like you see the packs of smaller ones that don't really provide what you need in a glove.
Okay.
So I was able to find one, but they came in a pack of 100. Which, of course, that's why I want to make sure I'm getting the right size. I mean, I drive a Subaru, but I'm a large.
Wait, you wear these gloves while you're driving in your car?
No, I'm saying I drive a Subaru, but I wear it large.
Does the size of the car have to do with the size of your hands? That seems like a more tenuous correlation than the lesbian stuff. Yeah. So you've had them for how many months? These gloves?
I've had them a little over a month.
And how many of them? You must have used 30 by now or something, right? To justify the 100.
One pair.
You used 1 pair of gloves out of 100. You have 99 pairs of gloves left. It's a good thing I wasn't wrong about the size of your hands. So you'd have 99 very small gloves. They're very big gloves.
You would want that first fitting to be.
Are you saying that 9112 has not even tried on a pair of these gloves?
That is correct, and she might be a different size.
I know. Yeah, I'm thinking she's probably lesbian sized.
Size medium.
I'm not saying 9112 is a lesbian. I'm not saying she isn't. Yeah, but I'm not saying she is. You'd be in a better position to know that than me.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did go to college.
She
was going to do stuff like that in Parkview in college. As far as I know, she had not done that.
To my knowledge, she's not a lesbian.
So she may be able to fit into those gloves. Well, she'll definitely be able to fit in it, but she might be swimming in them.
Yeah.
Could I request a picture of you in those gloves? Can you waste another pair? So you only got 98 left. Take a picture, put it on our chat.
All right, yeah, I'll consider it.
At least one hand. Yeah, maybe like you could just model a hand inside the glove. The glove inside the hand inside the glove or one of them. Like, put it on as though you're I like that.
Cleaning my glove before I use it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Maybe a glove inside another glove. I don't know. Use the glove to hand other gloves. Maybe. And so you're implying that these gloves are used for cleaning. I don't think that's true, but that's what you're implying by saying you're cleaning other gloves.
Yeah, of course. Of
course it's cleaning. Of course it's cleaning. Of course.
Cleaning.
Yeah, obviously it's cleaning. Sure.
I mean, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Let's say you're working with dangerous chemicals. Would it be good to wear gloves?
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah. What kind of dangerous chemicals are you working with though? Like lye? Like what is it? The stuff that breaks down bones. The stuff that breaks down bones. What are you doing?
I hope it doesn't break down bones.
A vat of acid? I mean, the gloves probably not going to protect you too much from that.
I mean, those are thin rubber gloves.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to protect me from that.
Are you trying to protect your manicure? Your manicured fingers? What's going on here?
I thought we weren't going to bring that up.
Oh, sorry. Moving on to the next subject. Let's see. I also have here. Your favorite color discussion, right?
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I was at a Over Molecules family get together, and this guy that was there, I don't want to get into all the details, but he goes, I don't know anybody whose favorite color is green. And of course, as you know, my favorite color is one of the greens, emerald green.
Yeah.
And there was three other people there also had their favorite color was green, different versions of green.
Yeah.
So this guy said that, and then immediately three people said no. Like he said, he never met anyone whose favorite color was green, and immediately three people were like, that's my favorite, one after another.
Everyone's just good. They green.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
So the guy was like just sitting there, like totally confused. He never met anyone. Now he knows three people whose favorite color.
Really?
Is your favorite color the color of your accent wall? Orange.
No, it is not orange.
What is it? I forget. What is it?
My favorite color is purple.
That's a good one. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a nice pop.
That's the color of bruising.
It does. That's what a black eye would look like.
Yeah, but
purple.
You've experienced. I've seen you with black eyes.
You never know how those things happen.
I know how that one happened. Anyway, all right. I think that was good, right? It's 1:45.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think it was a good episode.
We covered a lot of good information. A lot of good topics.
We got the game in, which I think was kind of fun. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone was listening, but whatever. Yeah, hey. It'll be on YouTube too. We'll put it on. Last time we had about, I think a total like maybe almost 50 views last time.
Oh, really?
Between the three places we have it.
Nice.
So nice. I feel like maybe it's like 10% of the like we got like 500 and some members. So like we get to like maybe 10% of them, which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was good. Are we off the air?
No, I'm going right now though. That's good. See you guys next week. 1 week from today, everyone's back. Molecule's back. Yeah. You want? That'll teach me. Yeah, that's my catchphrase. Fiddler.
Stay salty. You get your nuts.
Yeah.